Triple H. If Rhea Ripley and Bianca Belair aren't superheroes, I don't know who is. Many WWE wrestlers often tried to transition to Hollywood, following in the footsteps of Dwayne Johnson, John Cena, and Dave Bautista. Triple H, who tried a brief run at attaining Hollywood success with roles in Blade, Trinity, The Chaperone, and more, believes it will be easier than ever for pro wrestlers to make that transition. Appearing on the Roommates show with Brunson and Josh Hart, Triple H reflected on professional wrestling being accepted by the mainstream now, praising several of the women WWE superstars as real-life superheroes. Triple H believes that if someone like Bianca Belair or Rhea Ripley can't be considered a superhero, then who can? Wrestling is accepted now. If somebody goes and does a movie or TV film, it's so accepted to where it's not. What's this wrestler doing in this movie? Now, they can sort of fit in, and people are more accepted of it. I think over the years, you'll see some of that. Guys like Roman Reigns, and some of our women too. Rhea Ripley, or people like that. Especially with action movies and the superhero genre. If Rhea Ripley is not a superhero, I'm not sure who is. Bianca Belair is another. Jade Cargill. If they're not superheroes, what is? John Cena is taking a brief break from Hollywood to take one final victory lap in WWE, giving WWE all of his 2025 to say goodbye to his beloved WWE Universe. Learn more about the final tour here. WWE is joining the Netflix family on January 6th, and although they will have an easier time with censors, they do intend to remain a family-friendly product. Bianca Belair gets new tag team partner on WWE SmackDown. Bianca Belair got a new tag team partner on WWE SmackDown. In a backstage segment on the December 13th episode of WWE SmackDown, Bianca Belair and Naomi spoke with General Manager Nick Aldis. Aldis noted that the investigation into Jade Cargill's attack was ongoing. With that said, he noted that they may have to strip Belair and Jade Cargill of the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship. Naomi responded by offering to step up and team up with Bianca Belair. Belair liked the idea, and Aldis said that he would run it up the flagpole, but they would have to be fighting champions. He said they would have to be ready to defend the titles as early as next week. Jade Cargill has been absent since she was attacked backstage and taken out in an ambulance on the November 22nd episode of WWE SmackDown. There is currently no word on when she will return. This was a much more pleasing Nick Aldis segment. The SmackDown GM told Bianca Belair that his investigation into who attacked Jade Cargill is still ongoing, but added she'd likely have to relinquish the women's tag team titles due to her partner's injuries. Naturally, that didn't well with Bianca, so Naomi stepped up and said she'd sub in for Jade in the interim. Aldis liked that idea, then said he'd run it by WWE management before getting back to them. Honestly, this is way better than the titles being vacated. Those women's tag belts need some consistency. And if this angle leads to Naomi turning heel as part of some master plan, then even better. Credit where it's due. Triple H has become really adept at lacing shows with this kind of quick storytelling. Segments that don't take much time to get right to the point, but motor things along equals one big fat thumbs up. There's been a lot of chat about Cargill's immediate future in WWE due to those aforementioned injury struggles. It's surely coincidence, but Jade was also talking openly about the grueling company's schedule shortly before being written off TV too. All of this, reality and storyline, can be pulled together under one umbrella for Naomi's villain era. That's pretty necessary, truth be told. She, like Bayley, has been up and down as a baby lately. Turning to the dark side and showing off a mean streak for the first time in years would be great for Naomi. Bonus points if it's prompted by loyalty to Bayley, who hasn't exactly seen eye to eye with Bianca. Finally, Naomi showed zero concern for her husband Jimmy taking a kicking from Drew McIntyre, whilst on crutches mere minutes before. None at all. That was either a terrible oversight or a subtly genius show of selfishness from someone who's about to do a lot of that. Raw airs tonight, November 25th, with a live show from Desert Diamond Arena in Glendale, Arizona. This is the final episode of Raw during the 4-week build toward Survivor Series, which takes place on Saturday, November 30th. WWE actually found a match that Bianca Belair can't win. Bianca Belair has earned a reputation for being the John Cena of the WWE Women's Division, in the sense that she's the top babyface who rarely ever loses clean. Even though her record of dominance hasn't been quite as impressive in 2024, she is still almost never the underdog when she has a one-on-one match in WWE. That changes tonight on Raw, however, when Belair faces WWE Women's Champion Nia Jax in a non-title match. The reason why Bianca has almost no chance to win is because this match will determine which team gets the advantage at War Games. The psychology of War Games pretty much requires that the heel team has the advantage, so it will be a shock if the EST of WWE actually walks out of this one as the winner. Bianca will be extra motivated to win after her tag team partner Jade Cargill was injured by a mystery attacker last week on SmackDown. Nia Jax was immediately questioned as a potential culprit, and there's no doubt that Belair will look at her as such when they step in the ring tonight. One consequence of Cargill's injury is that Bianca's War Games team needs a new fifth member. Will Jade's absence prove to be the difference tonight if the numbers game ends up being a factor with lots of outside interference during Belair versus Jax? Tune into Raw tonight to find out which team earns the advantage in the Women's War Games match. Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker's match against Sheamus last week was ruined by interference from Ludwig Kaiser, who was encouraged by Gunther to forge his own path. Kaiser now has to stand across the ring from Braun in a singles match tonight, so he probably forged a path that includes getting the shit speared out of him. Will Sheamus show up afterwards to give Ludwig a brogue kick just for the hell of it? Rey Mysterio and Zelina Vega scored a win over Chad Gable and Ivy Nile last week on Raw. Gable was so frustrated afterwards that he slapped the Creeds in the face, which seemed to fire them up. The Creeds now have a chance to show Gable what winners look like when they battle Mysterio and Dragon Lee in a tag team match tonight. Will the LWO embarrass American Made once again, or will Gable's tough love strategy pay off? Bianca Belair will navigate the women's tag team division without Jade Cargill. Bianca Belair's WWE tag team partner, Jade Cargill, was severely injured due to an attack on the November 22nd episode of Friday Night SmackDown. The two are the current women's tag team champions. Cargill was left bloodied and unconscious on the hood of a car with a broken windshield. Bianca Belair was competing in the women's U.S. title tournament when her partner was attacked. The promotion has not yet revealed who is behind the attack on Cargill. As per reports, Jade is dealing with a neck injury, with estimates suggesting she may be out for anywhere from 3 months to a year. Let us now take a look at 5 directions Belair can take in the absence of the tag partner. The most straightforward solution for Belair would be to F.